of us. And Espeon says in chat that the boots weren't given automatically until version 28. So
all right,
it
here
used
we
to
go.
Oh, there we go.
So we're leaving, and they are rushing out. Looks like zer0rush is starting from the sanctuary, and Veetorp is heading out from Link's house. And
Early divergence.
yep, it seems like zer0rush might be going for that. I feel like that is early Houlihan, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've seen it. Meanwhile, Veetorp is going for the old uncle, and yep, that is Houlihan. All right, let's see what the uncle has. It's not going to be as exciting, but big 20.
The big 20s begin.
All right. So we haven't seen anything too out of the... Oh, there's the lamp.
We have a lamp.
Well, that'll make dark rooms in the logic. One thing I did happen to read is that even though we can go pretty much anywhere, the logic still will require the lamp for dark rooms. So there's that. Oh, and here we go. zer0rush is clipping into the wall and immediately going to K45.
First boots clip.
And just for a bunch of bombs. But considering he has, like, one now, it's pretty useful at this point.
So now he's set when he goes to Kakariko Village.
Yep, another good thing about having boots early is we can check bonk rocks very early. I cannot tell you the number of times I've missed those because I get the boots so late. Looks like the race game's just a big 50.
And Veetorp is getting somewhere interesting.
Oh my.
Oh, he's in Death Mountain now.
That's...
And... well, you have the lamp, so go rescue the old man and bring him back.
Meanwhile, Zero's doing the much tamer Kakariko Village. Got a big 20.
Yeah, that's one of the fun things about Overworld glitches, is seeing such an early divergence, since items can be so many different places.
Yeah. 100 rupees in the bomb hut.
Oh,
it's probably not the right. Oh, Veetorp already taking a death.
To the...
Then again, being at Death Mountain with only 3 hearts has got to be terrible. Oh, blue goo on the salesman there. That might come in handy later on. Dead rocks.
Death
Indeed.
by dead rocks.
Oh. But here's something that's not rupees. Half magic from the sick kid. Alright, is he gonna make it past the dead rocks this? No!
Oh, gosh!
Veetorp is committed to... Oh! Now there's some progression. Power gloves in the well.
So, Kakariko Village actually paying out early.
Yep. And the Moon Pearl. Now, the Moon Pearl is really important here. Now, of course, we can get to the Dark World, and it'll enable zer0rush to go pretty much anywhere.
Though, with this version of the Overworld glitches, they are able to get into certain dungeons in the Dark World without the Pearl and still complete them. It's pretty neat to watch.
Yeah, it's a shame well, we might not see it now, obviously, since zer0rush was able to find the Pearl so easily. We might see it on Veetorp's side, though.
Potentially.
Oh,
there's the hammer now.
Alright. Kakariko appears to be loaded.
And much less risky, a lot less dead rocks.
Yep.
Just the red meringue up in that cave.
Yep. Looks like Veetorp's going for it, though. Meanwhile, we've got zer0rush heading north of Kakariko. Probably going to be doing the Lost Woods.
Oh, that's right. As chat mentions, in addition to not needing the Moon Pearl to do a lot of the Dark World, you also don't need the gloves or hammer to get into the Dark World with this particular version of glitches.
That is very true. And it will definitely could throw a lot of people off. Alright. Looks like Zero is heading out. Probably going to be checking the lumberjacks, which is always good. Veetorp's checking K45 now.
Oh, hook shot!
Oh! Now that, well, in no major glitches, that would be important. And we finally get our first map check. Looks like it's 3 crystals. Tower of Hera, notably, is a 5/6 crystal.
I'm actually not sure if there's a glitch to get that without killing Aga or not.
To be fair, neither am I, but I'm sure the geniuses in chat will let us know, because we certainly don't. Yeah, but at this point it seems that the runners are pretty much doing checks that the other has already done. Which gives us a nice little reprieve to catch up on everything that's going on. And just as I say that, Zero's going to probably do the same Death Mountain ascent that Veetorp did. So we get to watch that again.
Yep, he has a single more heart than Veetorp did, but still green mail, so those dead rocks are still going to be an issue. And thanks to Espion in chat, the only way to get the hook shot is to kill Aga 1.
Alright, so we still have an Aga required seed.
If they need the hook shot.
Yeah, that's also very true. So zer0rush does not have the benefit of the lamp, so he's doing this as a dark room. But, of course, I would say a runner at zer0rush's level would definitely be able to do dark rooms no problem, as we can clearly see.
Yeah, and if I recall correctly from during the spring tournament, zer0rush is able to hover.
Oh! Then the hookshot's probably not even an issue for him.
Yes.
And Veetorp is picking up his Moon Pearl. Probably very happy to see that. Oh no, Zero!
Oh. Yeah, that green mail is rough.
Certainly turning out to be a very bloody seed so far. Oh, that's right. Since Zero died in the Death Mountain Cave, I believe he actually spawns there. So he has to make it through here if he wants to do any progression. Although I could very well be wrong. Doesn't really matter though, he's made it out. Of course, he's getting dead-rocked. Now he gets to play dodgeball. Old man liked his performance and gave him 20 bucks.
Playing the game if you can dodge a cabbage. Ooh, getting hit by those cabbages while trying to do the boot clip.
It looks like he is trying to. It's kind of risky though with all the cabbages flying around.
Yeah. At least there's an easy
picking up his half magic. Zero healing up to, I guess, go back out and try again.
Come on, you
can
do it.
And he's in! Alright, and where did he go? He's in Hera.
You know, that's how you normally get into Hera, right?
Yeah, of course. You know, just jump off the ledge at the very bottom of Death Mountain and appear right at the top. Totally legit. See it all the time.
Yeah, it's totally how I play.
Yeah. I don't know how anyone wouldn't know about that. Alright, but zer0rush isn't going to spend too much time in Hera. Gonna hop right back off. Didn't get a chance to see what was in Death Mountain, in Tower of Hera, but oh, it's basement lock, of course.
Oh, there you go.
Silly old me. And he needs a fire source because he did not get the lamp. And now Veetorp's discovering that if the hookshot is required, then the seed will be Agalocked. And zer0rush is, wow.
The bridge is a little bit different than I'm used to.
Yeah. It is definitely interesting to see just how the runners are using things. Like, you know, there's a fairy most likely under that bonk rock there to make sure that since they're at places like Death Mountain at such low health counts, you know, trying to stay alive.
Right. zer0rush trying to do the spiral cave without hookshot or sword. It's a little bit trickier.
Yep.
Ooh, and we're gonna get a view into Hype Cave.
All right. What do we think it's gonna be, guys? Pizza Heart. zer0rush dying. Oh no. Oh.
Another heart. So there's some love in the Hype Cave, but that's about it.
Yeah. To be fair, at the amount of health they were at, the health's probably not unwelcome, but it's definitely not what we were looking for. Looks like zer0rush is going to be doing the Hera glitch again to get back to the top of Death Mountain. And Veetorp is heading into the Dark World for the first time.
Well, after Hype Cave.
Yep.
Get a pyramid check.
Dark World in Greenmail is always really scary.
Okay, get the fairy, there he goes.
Alright. Meanwhile, zer0rush is now probably going to be checking out
Paradox Cave.
Like Paradox Cave.
Oh!
Oh!
It's the first
Pyramid
sword.
Working out, yes. Sword. So we were swordless for about 12.5 minutes. And wow.
Blue mail.
Blue mail, very nice.
Veetorp going for a swim in the Dark World without any flippers.
Just overworld glitches things. Well, no, fake flippers is a minor glitch.
That's a minor, yeah.
Well, there's another sword.
Huh.
So now both our runners have swords. And now they're mostly just making checks. Well, obviously. But nothing's really been working out.
The Peg Cave just had a bomb upgrade.
Yep. And for the third time, we are seeing the Hera entry, but this time with the sword, it's a lot easier. And it's almost like we're having deja vu as Veetorp does the exact same thing. And we're getting our Dark World map check. Turtle Rock is a pendant, as is Misery Mire and Ice Palace. Our green pendant is Turtle Rock, and our 5 crystal is Thieves Town. Thank you, zer0rush, for keeping that map open long enough for me to say all that.
So we have Hera and Thieves Town as our 5-6 crystals.
Yep. Now, Veetorp does have a fire source, so he's able to do the basement now. Meanwhile, zer0rush is going to do Super Bunny Cave. What do we have here?
Veetorp misses the coffee break, so he's having to play with the tiles.
Yeah.
So luckily he has the sword and the boomerang, so A little bit safer than just having the hook shot like Hippo did in an earlier race today.
Yep. And so I believe you were mentioning zer0rush knows how to hover. Well, are we going to be seeing that? Yes, we are.
Here we go. You can do it, zer0rush.
Meanwhile, Veetorp takes an intentional death.
Oh!
He had to kill that little jelly, and it was, well, it succeeded.
And a full heart in Hookshot Cave. 5 arrow upgrade.
Yep. Now he's just got one more.
Oh!
Ooh.
Yeah,
well, he's probably going to take the quick way this time. Yep.
Imagine the longer you hover, the harder it is to do, just because your fingers probably get sore from the raking the key.
Yep. And once again, just a lot of love in the Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, between Hype Cave and Hookshot Cave, this has been a very healthy seed.
Yeah. Turtle Rock's medallion is Bombos. However, it's probably not going to be necessary.
Probably not.
And that is the most interesting catfish I have ever seen. Let's see what the actual catfish looks like, shall we? Oh, it's just the regular catfish. I guess that makes sense.
For a big 20.
Apparently he liked the remodeling. He's willing to pay us for it. And
Veetorp has hammer.
Ah, yes. zer0rush is using the was using the blue goo there to use the flute from the Dark World. So that's a glitch known as Yuzuharu's Bottle Adventure, according to my little cheat sheet here. By using a potion on the same frame as hitting a screen transition, he's able to get different effects. The blue goo, as we just saw, allows him to use the flute, even in the Dark World. And red and green mess with tile interactions. So, for example, we can turn rocks to mire, or the ice palace portal into bushes, so we can get into them without necessarily needing the Titan Smiths.
That is much crazier than the bottle glitch in Pod.
Yes, yes. Now we can understand the full power of that little glitch. Well, no. If I recall correctly, the glitch in Pod that's done in No Major Glitches is not Yuzuharu's Bottle Adventure, but it does seem very similar.
Correct. Yeah, it's a different bottle glitch that messes with the side-scrolling, transitioning between rooms.
Right.
zer0rush making a dive into Thieves' Town.
Yep, Thieves' Town's got some easy 4 chests to pick up. And then, since it is a 5/6 crystal, he may decide to go further in and defeat Blind as well. He has the hammer, so obviously he can check the entire dungeon. It's worth noting that this mode theme is Overworld glitches, so clearly, once you're in a dungeon, pretty much everything's the same as in any other sort of randomizer race.
And not much in the front half of Thieves' Town. So time to dive in a bit deeper.
Yep, looks like zer0rush is going to be going deeper. Meanwhile, Veetorp casually does a bomb jump, so he doesn't have to go back around Paradox Cave again.
Yep, and Veetorp picking up his Master Sword.
True enough. Missed that. Oh, and he's getting dead-rocked. Oh, is he getting dead-rocked again? Oh, no.
The dead rocks are mocking him.
They really are, aren't they? Alright. Looks like we're getting another clip.
Is Veetorp gonna dive into Turtle Rock?
Yes, it looks like he is.
Well, he's at least opening the portal.
Yeah.
We don't have any medallions, so he would have to glitch in, which is definitely possible with this version of the randomizer.
That's correct. I forgot. I didn't even see the ability to glitch into Mimic Cave. Well, glitching into Mimic Cave would require him to be in the light world, but it is certainly possible. So he's doing a Super Bunny check, which as we know is not that much. Meanwhile, zer0rush heads into the basement of Thieves Town. Looks like he found the book while we were watching Veetorp's little clip.
Oh, there we go. So you can check the tablets.
Yep. 10 arrows hidden with the maiden, who is definitely not blind. No siree.
And Veetorp does not hover.
Though, given that we've already seen what is on there, we know Veetorp's not really missing out on too much.
This is true. I wonder how far he goes before deciding to do AGA. Oh, book was at Brewery, so it was before Thieves Town.
Oh, I completely missed it. I am sorry, Chad. Looks like Veetorp is doing another glitch. It appears that those clouds are actually water.
And very nice blind kill on zer0rush.
Of course. And we have our first crystal at 22 minutes in. And Veetorp
jumps and oh, he's up there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, did he soft lock? Oh, nope.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Some of the dangers of doing the boot clip is you can potentially soft lock and have to save and quit out. Or hard reset to get out.
Looks like he went to the wrong area. And we're having the digging game over on zer0rush's side. With the Cane of Samaria.
That is always nice.
Yep. Although, considering the Misery Mire and Turtle Rock are both pendants, it might not be as necessary this time around.
This is true.
And now we're doing some of the standard Dark World Overworld checks, and the Ice Rod on Stumpy. That's not completely welcome.
Veetorp had a fun glitch into the... Oh, the mind blank on the name.
Well, meanwhile, zer0rush just casually hopped over the little cliff that was blocking him, like it was nothing. And he's gonna get a couple more hearts from Hype Cave.
As Veetorp just walks through the abyss.
So, given that Swamp Palace is a crystal, that should mean that Hookshot is required for this seed.
Yeah,
so that means that both of these runners are going to be having to do Aghanim 1.
That is correct. Because while you can get into Ganon's Tower a lot earlier in this mode and clear it well before having all 7 crystals, you do still have to have 7 crystals in order to defeat Ganon.
Yep. And there's Veetorp's Master Sword.
A second time.
Yes. That's right. He lost all his. Oh, right.
Right, so it's very important to try to save and quit occasionally when doing this type of run in case you soft lock and have to reset the game.
Yeah, that completely escaped me. That's actually pretty big.
And Veetorp's going for Aga, it looks. Oh, no, he still hasn't done the escape,
Yes,
probably,
he hasn't
so.
done escape. If we remember, unlike the tournament that we've spent the last few months in, Overworld Glitches starts in an open mode, which means that Zelda has managed to somehow free herself. But it also means that all of the chests that we normally would have gotten, like the silver arrows in that chest right there, have not been opened. So we have to go and do that on our own time.
zer0rush getting around to the Ice Rod Cave. I don't know, did Veetorp make it this far? I forget.
I don't believe he did, but I could be misremembering.
There's the validation arrow.
We also did find the Bombos medallion. I believe that was in the dam area. So,
You know, if you ever want to go in the front of Turtle Rock.
yeah. The only time that the medallion would be required in Turtle Rock would be if the keys are set up in such a way that we needed to get something from the front.
Right. Oh, and we have a water walk on zer0rush's side. This is considered a minor glitch and allowed in the normal version of the game. But in this version of the game, the logic can require you to do it. So you could have the flippers on Hobo, per se.
Right. And Veetorp taking a intentional death, while zer0rush receives the blue meringue from the hobo.
The best meringue.
So I guess we can say zer0rush has a bit of an advantage because he's got the better boomerang.
There we go.
And now that he's finished with escape, Veetorp is going to go ahead and take care of Aghanim 1 now. So, zer0rush is fake flippering. Now because he has the pearl, he can turn that into a water walk right here.
See what's in the waterfall cave.
Yep, and he'll probably also go and see what our lovely scammer King Zora has for us as well.
He definitely has plenty of cash for it.
Right. And the Zora ledge has another sword. So that's 3 swords now. Doesn't seem like... I don't think he's going to be going for that since he doesn't have the flippers. But he could be able to...
Did zer0rush have to hard reset at some point? I thought that he had gotten Master Sword at one point as well, but he's down to the Fighter Sword. One thing you have to be careful about when commentating Overworld glitch races is when people reset, apparently.
Right. Because it seems like he has the Fighter Sword right now. So either something's fishy or...
Oh.
Well, zer0rush is casually checking Pyramid Cave without ever going into the Dark World Misery Mire. Just Overworld glitch things. And looks like we're going to also be using that book.
Alright, check Bombo's tablet. Can't actually get it, but we can see what's there.
Just pocket change.
Well, Veetorp is about to fight Aghanim for the first time. How many
So-
blue balls?
oh, and there's our fourth
another
sword. So we know where all 4 swords are. Alright, No Name. How many blue balls do you think we're going to be getting?
I don't know. The seat's been fairly nice so far. I'm going with 5. Make it take a little longer.
I'm gonna guess 3. Although we haven't gotten any yet. Oh, there's one.
First one.
Meanwhile, zer0rush is going through desert. Grabs the mushroom.
Ooh, the mushroom. I guess the nice thing about this mode is that you never have to worry about desert being boot locked.
That's true. Although he does not have his fire source yet, so he won't be able to actually defeat Landmo right now.
Alright, there's 3. We still need that lamp on zer0rush's side.
Yep. That's right, that was in the, that was over by Uncle, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right, that was in the... Yeah, the chest by Uncle.
Alright, and Veetorp successfully defeats Aga 1. Was that only 2 blue balls? Or
I think there was 4.
Oh, it was 4. I was watching zer0rush. And now that he's done that, he's going to go and pick up his hookshot.
Oh, that's right. The other sword was on Pyramid, and zer0rush hadn't gotten to Pyramid
That's
yet.
right. That's right. And Veetorp checking the back of Escape. What do we have here?
20 map bomb upgrade.
Big nuttin'. zer0rush finally gets his Master Sword. And looks like Veetorp's going to be checking the dark chest in the back of Escape as well. Since he's here and he has the lamp, he might as well do it.
zer0rush finds another full heart piece.
He has gotten a lot of those. Got good 14 hearts now.
Hearts. Huh.
He is definitely not worried about damage at this point.
Oh, there was 3 blue balls.
Oh.
I had miscounted. The average number of blue balls.
Oh wait, that's what I guessed too, wasn't it? Alright. And zer0rush is checking the other tablet. And it was just 20 bucks.
And Veetorp going to pick up that hookshot.
Alright. And for a second there, I thought zer0rush was going to go to Spike Cave, but that didn't make sense. He doesn't have any sort of way to get past them all. Although he might just be able to tank his way through it at this point.
Oh, and our tracker just noticed something that in Overworld glitches, you have track Aga 1 first, and then you can track Aga 2. Because you can beat the Ganon's Tower well before being done with the game.
That is very true.
And so it's an indication that someone's gone through Ganon's Tower.
Indeed. That is something that we do actually need to keep track of. Normally, we just sort of... Once Aga 2 is beaten, we're going to the end of the game anyway, but that's not the case here. And we're getting some synchronous glitching going on here. Speaking of glitching into Ganon's Tower...
We get our first dip into it.
Thank you, zer0rush, for demonstrating. And the flute!
Oh, flute!
Chest number 1.
Oh, and Bob is dead. Need that the small key.
So, I guess we can sort of play the big key guessing game here. We're already about 4 in, but...
3. 2 on right side and the torch.
Right.
4. 5, another small key. 6, big 20, and 7 is a Pizza Heart.
Alright. 0 does not have the hook shot, so he's having to bonk his way across these pits. Well, bonk or hover. Meanwhile, Veetorp is making his way through Desert Palace. Again, he does have the light source, so he will be capable of beating Landmolus once he is ready to do so.
I believe we have chest 9 coming up.
Yes. Yeah, zer0rush is going, I guess what we would call the standard left route. He took the first 2 chests on the right side and then immediately went left. Although, he did do it in a slightly different manner than we might be used to. And again, he doesn't have the hook shot, so he's having to hover over this pit.
And bomb upgrade. Yeah, I know zer0rush in a previous race when he was doing the post-interview. He really likes when the hookshot's in a trolley location. He tries to use that to his advantage, where he can go and hover to try to use that to get ahead.
Right, well, he's definitely doing the best he can to take advantage of his ability to hover.
And I've completely lost track of chest count, because apparently talking and counting is something I can't do at the same time. Oh, the big key was found in 8.
Alright, so looks like zer0's just going through because, of course, since you can get into Ganon's tower very early, that means that all these other chests could have something important. So, Ganon's tower is just as necessary to full clear as any other dungeon.
And with 22 chests downstairs and then additional 3 upstairs, that's a large chest density.
Yep. Yeah, 23 chests at in the basement. Because of course we can't forget the
oh right, the big key chest.
Big key chest. And zer0rush going for a couple of swag strats. Well, I'd say swag strats, but he's killing Ice Armos. But he doesn't have the bow. So he was using the Ice Rod for a little bit there, but now he's going to sword strats. This is going to take a while.
I've heard once how many swings it takes to defeat each one, but I don't recall. It's a lot.
Other fun fact, I believe that Armos Knights are one of the only bosses in the game that can actually be damaged by the boomerang. But it takes an obscene number of hits to actually kill a single Armos Knight with a boomerang.
And Espion in chat mentions that with Master it takes 24 hits to kill each Armos Knight. Of course, the Ice Rod damage helped a little bit in the beginning, but after that...
Yeah. Yeah, Espion confirming the boomerang will take 48 hits per Armos.
No one has time for that in a gaming race.
Yeah. And not too much behind them either. And as we mentioned, there is one extra chest that we normally don't check, but in here, big key's not the end. So, and what a prize as well, the Titan's Mitts.
We're not going to be going up the tower right now. zer0rush has the flute, has the mitts, and he nopes out.
Well, especially compared to the basement of Ganon's Tower, the upper areas of Ganon's Tower is actually somewhat sparse compared to the amount of stuff that you have to do. You don't get a single chest until after you've cleared the gauntlet, after all. But now he is going back to the Dark World and going to do a nice little hop over the cliff.
Like you do. Link can jump really high.
And speaking, well, not speaking of, but Veetorp is possibly going into Swamp?
Oh, he's doing the south route for the first time.
Oh, that's true. With so much stuff of... Whoa! That's an interesting graphic.
On zer0rush's side. Hopefully going into this room will...
Alright. So Mire Shed has our second bottle, which will give us some health, or, should zer0rush decide, allow us to do another bottle adventure. Although without Blue Goo, he won't be able to call the flute at will. He will be able to change up a couple of tiles.
But now he has the flute. Just a matter of going to activate it.
Veetorp finally getting his 11th heart. Get second row. And now he is going over to the Ice Rod Cave.
Well, zer0rush goes to activate his flute, I believe.
Yes, he does. Alright. So we can't hear it, but the National Anthem of Hyrule is currently playing. So everyone in chat, please give your salutes as the duck is unleashed upon zer0rush's world. Veetorp is making the same fake, not fake flipper, water walk that zer0rush made earlier. Only it doesn't seem like he's going to the hobo. Or unless he did it already and I missed it. Meanwhile, zer0rush is using
the fake powder.
Yep.
Or the shovel.
The shovel. Fetch quests into fetch quests.
Oh, chat stream.
Fetchception.
Wow. Fetch quests.
That's right, Veetorp is currently got the Tempered Sword, and he has just discovered the Butter Sword on the Zora Ledge. Now, since he still doesn't have flippers or anything, it's probably still out of his way. So I doubt we'll actually be seeing it.
And Espeon in chat reminded that in this version of the logic, the fake powder is in logic, so you could possibly have powder on Magic Bat, which would just be very trippy.
Yes, and somewhat awkward. Alright, now Veetorp is going back. Okay, he did not get check the hobo. So he's going to go get his other boomerang now. Meanwhile, it looks like zer0rush is in the Skull Woods area. So it looks like we're going to finally be getting another crystal here. Well, actually, no, he does not have a fire rod, so he cannot get a second crystal. He's just checking the front of Skull Woods.
Yep, hoping the 2 items in Skull Woods are close to the front and not blocked by that fire rod.
And Veetorp doing what is becoming the most common clip in this race so far, jumping up to, or excuse me, he jumped into a portal and is going into Spike Cave. Since he has 2 potions of the blue variety, he's just going to be able to tank this no problem.
Oh, Espen said that the fake powder glitch is not in logic. My bad.
Right, because you can burn your mushroom, of course. And Veetorp burning a blue potion to make it through Spike Cave and picking up everyone's
shield.
Everyone's favorite. Fun for the whole family. Alright.
Oh, is Veetorp gonna head up to Ganon's tower as well, I wonder?
At the very least, he's heading into the Dark World, so we'll either see Spike Cave, or, sorry, no, he just did Spike Cave. He is... Where is he going?
Yeah, I think this is the walk to get into Ganon's tower.
Ah, yes, yes it is. So Veetorp will be picking up his flute very shortly, and more than likely also picking up the Titan's Mitts. Meanwhile, zer0rush looks like he's going to the shovel location. So let's see what that fetch quest has for us.
300 rupees. Which we're not taking.
Nope. Stumpy was a rich boy. And here's another spot that's been available for oh so long that we haven't checked out yet. Good old Shashala Hashal Har the hut. I'm just gonna call him Sasha Lasha Ding Dong.
Ooh,
and
flippers.
There are flippers and the mirror. Wow. Old guy's loaded.
Not that they've really been needing the flippers lately, but the mirror's always nice to have.
Well, the flippers does open up Swamp Palace. So, well, once he clears Aghanim and gets the hook shot.
That is true. Still no fake flipper for Swamp Palace.
Right. As I mentioned a while back, dungeon glitches are off limits still. Well, beyond the minor ones.
And with the flippers and the mirror, that's sort of the Swamp Palace starter package. Just need the hook shot, which they know where it is.
Yep. And we're also having another early dungeon in the Eastern Palace being looked into now for the first time.
Early at almost 50 minutes in.
Yep. Kind of an interesting little thing. zer0rush exploring what would in the vanilla be the first dungeon, while Veetorp explores the last one.
So I'm curious to see if Veetorp's actually going to finish Ganon Tower, which has the advantage of then you don't have to come back through and do it again.
Right. Yeah, unlike zer0rush, he has the tempered sword, so it'll be a little bit easier for him.
Oh, without the fire rod, then.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have the bow, so unless there's a way to...
Oh yeah, no, of course, he can't do it. Ganon's Tower is still a dungeon, right?
Yes. They can't just get past every room.
And Veetorp is checking the big key chest first before going to Armos. That's if he goes to Armos at all, which it looks like he is in fact doing. It would be silly not to. Even without the bow, still beats having to come back through all the way through here.
This is true.
Also, as the chat does point out, we've kind of been commentating with the assumption, but to make it absolutely clear, even though we can get into Ganon's Tower and kill Agatu early, you still need all 7 crystals before Ganon actually becomes killable. So it's not like we can just immediately go into Ganon's Tower and beat the game without having to get any crystals.
It's not Breath of the Wild.
Nope.
So Tempered Sword making the fight a little bit easier. Some bomb straps. Bomb stats. zer0rush not finding much of value in Eastern Palace and deciding to probably check out Aga and the rest of the castle escape.
Yeah, the question is he finally going to go to Uncle and get the lamp? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I was hoping so, but doesn't look like it.
Zero's still in desperate need of a fire source. Looks like he's about to pick up his silvers. Meanwhile, Veetorp successfully defeats the Ice Armos with 2.5 hearts to spare, and picks up his lovely reward. The boots do make escape a lot faster.
This is true. So where does Veetorp go next?
So it looks like he is going over towards... Has he been to the Stumpy yet? I feel like he has, but seems like the only real...
Oh yeah, he might not have done the full South Dark World route.
Yeah. And then he's getting his ice rod. And now zer0rush is finally just biting the bullet and going and killing Aghanim.
Had to be done eventually.
Yep. And Veetorp is going and doing the digging game. So while both runners are busy doing these somewhat time-consuming parts, I will remind everyone out on stream, out on chat, to give both of these runners a follow. They are very clearly very good at this game, and would certainly love the support that a follow brings them.
Yeah, they're both very common runners in the Link to the Past Randomizer community, and they can put on some really great races.
Such as the one you're seeing right now. And Veetorp going to be picking up his book, finally gaining literacy.
Wonder if he'll make the Thieves' Town play while he's here and get his second crystal.
I would guess so. I mean, since he's in the area and all, it seems reasonable to clear the dungeon, especially given the amount of items that he currently has. It should be a pretty easy dungeon to clear. And of course, zer0rush, still without his fire source, is doing the dark rooms of the castle tower in the dark.
But these runners can probably complete the entire game without the lamp, no problem.
True enough.
He needs it more as a fire source for things like Basement of Hera.
Yeah.
So I imagine the dark rooms in the Ascent to Aghanim is not something normally seen very often.
Yeah. Oh. Can't see what he's doing, but I can certainly hear that scream. Yeah, I would assume he's doing that room with the big pits now and the small walkway. Probably one of the more difficult rooms to do in the dark. And Veetorp heading into the back of Thieves' Town now. Gonna be make quick work of that.
Let's see, what else do we need? We need the bow still.
Right.
We need the fire rod. And we may need a medallion for Misery Mire.
Well, Misery Mire is a pendant, so that's
still have the bow.
For official Go mode, we don't technically need it, but one of the other items could be in there.
But that's about it. Once they find the bow and fire rod, we'll be able to start clearing out dungeons.
Yep. And while it's not possible for the fire rod, I believe bow is still a possibility for our good friend the pedestal. Please correct me if I am wrong.
I believe that is correct. You don't need the bow for any of the last 3 dungeons.
Now we've got Aghanim warping Zelda away, only she's still at the sanctuary. Don't think about it.
The magic of video games.
And one thing is, although this is a randomizer, certain things have been kept the same for the seed. One of those is the number of blue balls, which will be greeting zer0rush from Aga 1. So he will encounter the same pattern that Veetorp had. So no possibility of RNG screwing over one runner. They're going to be getting the same sort of RNG from these bosses.
Blind escaping the script on Veetorp's side and getting to the bottom, but taken down shortly thereafter.
And Veetorp obtains his second crystal. So T Murdoch wondering why Aga has a 1 and a 2 in the tracker. As you've seen, we can already get into Ganon's Palace, so clearing Aga 2 is something that we actually need to keep track of, because we can clear Aga 2 long before we actually need to finish. We can actually finish the game.
As soon as we find that bow.
Yep. Oh, and zer0rush wandering into his Tempered Sword after his AGA 1 clear. So that's probably going to feel good.
And
Veetorp checking King's Tomb with our good friend Jeremiah, the sometimes blacksmith, and picking up a bee in a bottle.
Jeremiah's going for a world tour across Hyrule.
He's getting quite the world tour, especially considering the mode that we're in. Although I don't know if he's going to be getting into any of the interesting parts of Hyrule. Looks like he's just being taken straight home.
Why is it that Link can't run until he gets a pair of boots, but the dwarf can run with no problems?
Well, see, the dwarves are the ones that made the boots in the first place, so it wouldn't be too far to guess that they have a pair themselves.
Oh right, they just made their own boots.
Yeah, I mean they are smiths of many things, after all.
zer0rush finally picking up his hookshot, so no more need for zer0rush to hover.
And it looks like he may just be taking advantage of it right away by heading into Swamp Palace.
There you go, yeah. Veetorp still hasn't gone to Eastern, so Veetorp doesn't have the flips or mirror yet. Curious to see if zer0rush is going to end up doing left side or not.
My guess is he will probably go straight for the boss, and if he, doesn't run into anything, or if he still needs to find items afterwards, he will probably dip the left side. But I have been proven wrong many times before, and I am more than likely going to be proven wrong again.
There was one time recently with the Andy vs Pink Kitty Rose race where the left side of Swamp had the map and the compass.
Yeah, I think I watched that. I think I watched that race as well. That was it was beautiful to watch.
Yes.
It felt so nice even just watching it. I can't even imagine how it must have felt for the runners. Veetorp is getting his single rupee from the
couch cash.
Yeah, couch cash indeed. Not even good cash in the couch. I demand a refund. That couch clearly was not very good.
zer0rush progresses into the middle of the Swamp Palace.
Veetorp grabbed the shovel and is doing a swag shovel dash there. He is actually picking up the 300. And it seems like he's going to go turn in his mushroom.
And a compass from zer0rush, so there's at least one item in the left side of Swamp.
And the all-important swag net in the big chest of Swamp Palace.
Feel much braver against Aghanim now.
Yep. I think the first time that I ever beat Aghanim, when I first played this game, like vanilla, I beat him with the bug net. I forget exactly why, but I did.
I mean, from the beginning, you were just doing the swag strats. It just felt natural.
Of clearly.
And there's the map in Swamp Palace. So there are 2 items on the left side of Swamp.
Meanwhile, Veetorp is
Ooh, Fire Rod!
Fire Rod! There we go. That's one down, 1 to go. So now all we're waiting on is that bow. Now Zero needs to make a decision. There's 1 item left that he needs for go mode. Does he skip the left side of Swamp with the thought that it probably won't be there? Or does he say, I'm already there and there's only 1 left, I might as well just go for it?
He has a lot of crystal dungeons left to check.
That's true.
But if it is in the left side of Swamp, he has the time to have to reopen the Swamp Palace.
Yep.
That is a hard decision, I'm not sure. We'll see what he does. Veetorp going to clear out Tower Hera.
And it looks like he is skipping the left side. So, this is a little bit of a gamble. We'll see if when Veetorp goes to Swamp Palace, if he does the left side. How that gamble works out for him. That will be a while yet, though, because Veetorp is currently going through the Tower of Hera. Which...
it's a crystal, so...
yep.
Veetorp really needs to get to Eastern Palace and check the back closet there.
Yeah, that's currently what's probably... well, at the very least is preventing him from Swamp Palace, but the mirror would definitely speed up a lot of... well, probably not as much traversal in Overworld glitches. We've gotten so far in that we really aren't seeing them as much as we were before, but it is worth remembering. And since zer0rush has the Fire Rod, he's going to go and finish up Skull Woods.
Yep, just following the logic. My guess.
Oh, that's right. zer0rush lost his Tower of Hera progress due to the hard lock he got.
Oh, right.
So he's gonna have to do that again, most likely. Hopefully he remembers that. Well, for now, he's going to take care of Mothula. Very quickly, might I add.
Very nice, Mothula. So where are you hoping to see the bow show up?
You know what? I'm gonna be mean, and I'm gonna say the very top of Ganon's Tower. So-called validation chest.
Can't get there without the bow.
Oh yeah, that's true, of course. I always forget that somehow.
It's just
I know it, but I always forget it.
Having a mode where you can get there without the bow is just weird.
Yeah. It's like everything I know isn't true anymore. In that case... You know what, I'm still gonna hold off for the pedestal. Well, just as I say that, looks like zer0rush is gonna check for us. So, once and for all, just a little piece of love.
Oh. Head is dead.
So sad. And Veetorp has made his way into Turtle Rock. Probably a good place right now. Again, he didn't need to use Bombos Medallion, although, to be quite fair, he has it, so it's no trouble to go into the front if he absolutely needs to.
But Veetorp is looking for any progression and hoping that it's in Turtle Rock because of the chest density there. I wonder if he's just forgotten about Eastern since it's normally such an early play and he skipped it thus far.
Yeah. Now that's something we don't see too often, going through that pipe, because normally you're going the other way through Turtle Rock. But since he went in through Mimic Cave, he still needs to check all these chests up front. Meanwhile, zer0rush is checking an oft-forgotten location, the Graveyard Ledge.
That was the name of the location I mind blanking on earlier. I think it just had 5 rupees, 20 rupees?
Probably.
20 rupees.
Big 20. Alright. So let's see. One place that I don't think either runner has gone into is the Palace of Darkness. Probably because of the necessity of Bow in order to complete it. But at this point I might start thinking about just going in there.
Yeah, Pod tends to have the final missing important item for whatever reason.
Yeah. There is, of course, the 3 pendant dungeons. We just saw Veetorp inside one of them, but we can certainly check the other 2 as well. Veetorp checking another location that we forgot about. Since he beat Thieves' Town and Tower of Hera, he's able to open up the Pyramid Chest now.
Yeah, be interested to see what the Pyramid Fairy has.
Isimp asking about how early you get boots. You actually start with the boots. Since so many of the glitches require them, we just give them to you right away. And inside there, we got that, and inside here...
Pizza Hut.
Oh, they just...
20.
So zer0rush actually glitched into the pyramid, it seems.
So we had accidental sync through 2 very different methods.
Huh. Yeah, Hespion, that was very confusing on my part. I was not looking at zer0rush, and then he suddenly was in the exact same space.
I'm definitely looking forward to watching more of these races in this tournament.
Most definitely.
And Veetorp making the Palace of Darkness play.
Yep. Looks like he, of course, he still hasn't been to Sahasrara yet. So he doesn't know that 2 very important items are in his closet. But I think this play probably has the best chance of working out for him.
Oh right, he can't even mirror to Eastern because the mirror is over in the closet.
Yep. And it looks like Palace of Darkness is not bow locked, so we're going to definitely be able to go deeper.
In the meantime, zer0rush continues to clean up Crystal Dungeons, now working on clearing out Desert Palace.
Yep. And given his current power level, this is going to be an extremely easy fight for him.
Half Magic and Fire Rod. Knock them out quickly. Oh, didn't get the single cycle.
Yeah. But very quickly catches them on the second cycle.
Yep. And pods still being loaded with keys on the front, so lots of small keys and big keys thus far.
Yep. I've often heard pod referred to as the mullet dungeon. Business in the front and party in the back. So, looks like zer0rush is going to go and re-complete Tower of Hera.
Curious to see if he decides to dip Turtle Rock while he's up here or not.
I feel like now would probably be the best time to do it. Oh, Veetorp pulling off the bottle glitch we mentioned earlier. The one that is allowed in no major glitches and standard randomizer to make it into this area of pod without needing the bow.
Right, and zer0rush, when he went to Tower of Hera the first time, he didn't have a fire source. And so this is his first time going up it.
Right, that is true. Right, that's what happened. Yeah, the hard reset, like, you know, we're not even playing the game and we can't keep track of what people have and haven't done. I can't even think about how hard that must be for the runners, although they probably are a bit more used to it.
Oh, Veetorp not quite getting the hammered bomb jump off.
Yeah, but thankfully he's easily enough able to reset. And got it.
Swinging the hammer in frustration.
Alright, and Zero is tearing through Tower of Hera right now. There was a nice little bomb jump to get over the pit.
Opting to do that instead of hook shot and then just bonking back.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Veetorp still hasn't found too much. There's the cape, though. That reminds me, have we checked Bumper Cave yet?
I don't recall.
Oh, and zer0rush taking a Moldorm fall.
Moldorm being trolly. And our tracker reminding us that we have not seen Bumper Cave yet. Though in this version of the game, you don't really need the cape in order to get that item.
True.
Just flip yourself up there.
Yep. Moldorm's prize being a nice 5 rupees. And Veetorp
Finally going eastern.
I believe, yeah, he's gone. He hasn't gone to.
No, so.
Oh right, yes. zer0rush is the one that went to Saha's closet. So Veetorp is finally getting those items, which means that he'll finally be able to go to
Hour and 19 in, he gets the mirror and the flippers.
Yep. He's gonna be even more mad now.
Some frustration boomerang throws.
He is not happy.
I bet he feels a little behind right now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, those two items being there. Looks like zer0rush is finally going to the other parts of Ganon's Tower that he did not get on his first run through.
Right, because now he has the Canis Maria and he's able to clear the right side, which he wasn't able to his first trip in. Oh wow, so if Bo's in here and it was a forced double dip of Ganon's Tower.
That's disgusting. What do we got here? 2, 3. No, it's not in here.
Nothing good. So he'll be returning to Ganon's Tower a third time later on.
Yep. I'm almost surprised he didn't just bite the bullet and go clear the top of Ganon's Tower.
Still no bow.
That's... I'm gonna make that mistake about 5 more times, so I apologize.
You write
in
it on a
advance.
sticky note and just stick it to your
Yeah.
screen.
If I had a sticky note here, I would definitely do that. Just put it right there over my name in the overlay. So Veetorp is taking Sahasrahla's items and dipping Swamp with them. Let's see if he clears left side.
Oh, that's right. zer0rush kept left side and orphaned 2 items there.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't keeping track of the number of items that were found, so it's possible that there isn't anything there, but I doubt it. And
No, there was...
zer0rush is giving us a nice little treat.
We picked
Wow,
up the
he
compass
clipped all
and
the way in.
Yeah, we had picked up the compass and map when diving Swamp already, so we know for sure 2 items on the left side.
Right. So, meanwhile, zer0rush saying, you know, Mimic Cave, ha! I'm going to skip all the way to Laser Bridge. And he finds another bottle.
I mean, so often the item you're looking for is on Laser Bridge, so
Yeah.
why not go straight there?
So, where is Zero checking now? Is he gonna head to the front of... Well, I say front, but yeah, it looks like he might be going to the Mimic Cave area, or no, he's...
He might just be going in Vanilla Way.
Yeah, he might he has Bombos, might as well, right?
But yeah, so that trick that zer0rush used to get into the Laser Bridge right away is called the Mirror Wrap, which requires a frame-perfect mirror into screen transition. And that's another way that if you don't do it correctly can lead into a scroll lock and require you to hard reset your game, so...
Oh boy.
Risky maneuver.
And... correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like we're going to find out. Veetorp appears to be going left side.
Yep. Veetorp choosing not to orphan those 2 chests.
Yep. So if he finds the bow back here,
he really needs to find the bow if he's gonna play catch up.
Yeah, he still doesn't have the fire rod, but...
Well, that's in Swamp, so he'll get it eventually.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, if he finds the bow here, he will be in go mode. Kind of holding my breath right now. Just 50, and... No! We are still looking for that bow. And it looks like zer0rush's gamble paid off. But of course, he doesn't know that. So if he looks in too many more places, he might end up just checking the left side of Swamp.
Well, yeah, all you do, there's left side of Swamp, or Ice Palace, or Misery Mire.
Right, at this point, we're probably going to have to dip those other pendant dungeons. I mean, we're in Turtle Rock right now. How mean would it be if the bow was the green pendant turn-in?
Heh, That would be hilarious. Or Bo could be on Trinex.
Yep. Yeah. Chat, I want to hear you guys' opinions. Where do you think the bow is? That's gonna be this race's Ganon's Tower guessing game. Where's the bow?
I'm going with the iced tea room in Ice Palace.
Ooh. Veetorp picking up his fire rod as zer0rush goes through the front of Turtle Rock. Two immediate tile rooms. That's true. That is the one chest that we have not seen yet in the basement of Ganon's Tower.
That's true. That would be hilarious. Because that would be just another dip for zer0rush into Ganon's Tower.
Yep. Oh, on Vitreous. That's also painful.
And we
well,
did
depending on which.
A couple people still wanting Ped, but we did get a Ped check, and it is not on Ped. Ped is dead.
Very sad. Veetorp getting an upgrade to his baby shield to make it actually
Fire shield?
Yeah, a fire shield.
Can block fireballs now, which would have been much more useful before he fought blind.
Yeah. Even so, it's definitely quite useful. Alright. Where does Veetorp go now?
Skullwoods.
Yes, he's doing the same move that zer0rush made after finishing Swamp Palace and going straight for Mothula. Friendly reminder again that zer0rush still does not have the lamp, which, if you recall, was right around the uncle.
And at this point, I don't think zer0rush is ever going to pick it up.
No, unless he goes there looking for the bow.
Oh, true.
Yeah, but yeah, Veetorp picked that up almost immediately in this seed. And zer0rush is still in the dark as to where it is.
But we're gonna get to see a Trinex fight.
Yep. Or we would.
I don't know what that was, but it was interesting. Zero did not skip Laser Bridge. Zero started with Laser Bridge.
Yeah.
Someone thought in chat that he had skipped it.
Yeah, no, that was the first bit of T-Rock he checked. Thanks to the magic of Overworld glitches. Zero accidentally turned his controller upside down. You never know at this point.
Maybe we turned into a bit race and then version controls got turned on.
Oh no.
And 10 arrows on Trinex. But there's the green pendant, so there's still one more item.
Yep. But yeah, you can totally tell that Zero's running out of options now, given that he is going in and full clearing this pendant dungeon.
So what's the lesser of two evils, Ice Palace or Misery Mire?
It depends on which mire it is. I guess no, that's not important here. Apologies. I don't know. Both of them are somewhat annoying to full clear, but
oh, but I think it was Veetorp that did pod and not zer0rush.
yeah, that's true.
So, oop, Zero Rush almost forgetting to turn in the pendant. Going back
Yeah,
for that.
Oh no!
Oh, he'll get the monkey on the way back.
Yeah. Well, there goes $10. I'm sure he's missing it. Oh, but the red mail is all that Sahashal is. Not completely unwelcome, but not what he was looking for.
Yeah, I think he would have rather seen the bow. Oh, but he doesn't have the monkey now.
Huh.
You have to go back and go to the other side and go all the way through again to get your monkey. Oh, there you go. Now he has his monkey.
That was interesting. Veetorp is finally checking the pedestal to probably breathe a sigh of relief as he realizes that he will not be needing to full clear all the dungeons in this game.
Though they might end up doing it anyway in search of this.
Yeah.
So Zero Rush clearing out what we've already seen, where we know there's going to be not the progression he's looking for in Pod.
Right.
So he'll be able to clear it out and then be ready to go mode it once he finds the bow.
Yep.
Veetorp getting the last Skullwoods check. Oh, chest. Oh! Zero Rush saying he doesn't need a bottle glitch. He just hovered right over. That's a very, very difficult hover.
Wow.
Oh, and there's 50 rupees on the bumper ledge.
Well, that's another place off the checklist. All right. Where to next, Veetorp? That's right. I don't believe Veetorp's been to Eastern Palace yet. So he's going to be making that check.
So both runners doing everything they possibly can to stay out of Ice Palace and Misery Mire.
Right. Do we even know what pendant Misery Mire requires? I know we went into the Mire Shed, but I didn't catch the pendant when we saw that.
Yeah, I'm not sure which medallion. It's not on the tracker, so yeah, tracker didn't see it either.
So, fun note that Veetorp has the Quake medallion, while Zero Rush has the Ether medallion. So, we've got all three medallions between both of them, but one of them might have to add another item to his wish list. Or it could just be Bamos, and they're both fine. Oh, no, Zero Rush is fine, he just found Quake. So...
As Zero Rush stares down the mini Moldorm. There he goes!
At this point he's thinking, if it's not here, where do I go next?
That's very true. Because at this point it's looking unlikely like it's going to be here, so...
Yeah. Oh, also, we once again get a reminder that Zero's having to go in the dark. So at this point, I think it's pretty much has to be in either Ice Palace or Misery Mire, right?
I can't think of any other check that they've missed between the two runners.
I mean, that or Tile Room, basically.
Oh, right. or the ever trolley tile room?
You know that both of these two are probably not going to do tile room unless they absolutely, you know, until after they've done the other two pendants.
You say that while zer0rush starts ascending the mountain again.
I'm just wrong immediately, aren't I? They don't even, like, wait for me to, like, get the awkward silence. They just immediately are like, nope. Oh, never mind, he's going to the Spike Cave. Okay, so they are going to give me that, little moment. So Veetorp also picked up his Ether Medallion in Eastern Palace, so he is all clear to go into, Misery Mire as well.
Veetorp now in the Misery Mire area, so I wonder if he's going to make that play. And it's Ether.
Yep, and he's switching to the Medallion, so yeah, he's going into Misery Mire.
No bird. Bird's already been killed.
Meanwhile, where is Zero going? What has he not checked? Has he done the, blacksmith chain yet?
Oh, possibly not. Or if he did, he didn't do purple chest, I don't think.
Have either of them done purple chest?
I don't think either of them has. Only one did blacksmith.
That would be big.
Yep, and our tracker confirming no one did purple chest.
Alright, so we're gonna be getting a, hopefully getting a clear, a check that we have not seen yet, so the suspense is killing me.
Well, Veetorp works on Misery Mire.
Yeah, and we're getting Misery Mire, so yeah, all new stuff right now, folks. Keep your eyes peeled. Veetorp diving Misery Mire with only 3 hearts left, but he's got a bunch of potions. And zer0rush not picking up the chest because he wants to do Peg Cave first, I assume.
Yep. Purple chest is fairly finicky about where it lets you go into.
Yeah.
Opting not to take that bomb upgrade.
Alright, and he's picking up the purple chest. And he's bombing it. Oh, he's gonna use... So, he's used this once before already, but, he used the blue goo that he had in order to perform the, fake flute glitch.
Which can be performed in the Dark World.
Oh, interestingly enough, though, he still had to... There it is!
There's the bow!
Oh my god!
Oh, and Veetorp not doing the purple chest after the
wow. I think when he did the blacksmith, he didn't have the mirror, so it was not that, It was a little bit more out of the way, but wow. And at 1 hour and 38 minutes and something like 40 seconds, zer0rush is officially in go mode.
He just has to beat the Moldorman pod and clear out Eastern Palace, and he's good to go.
Yep. So let's see how long it takes Veetorp to check that purple chest. That's a pretty isolated location at this point.
Right, it's a needle in a haystack.
Go to 3. Veetorp, that's not 3. Alright. So where's he gonna go now? Looks like he's gonna make the second dip into Ganon's tower.
Right, now he has the cane. I wonder if he'll do tile room.
Right.
zer0rush continuing with the dark rooms.
Right, and yeah, there's definitely no... Oh, and Veetorp is doing tile room. Oh no. I mean, it makes sense, but...
Well, we'll get to know what's in here now.
Yep. Thankfully, zer0rush has the fire rod, so that room and that dark room is not a huge problem for him.
Yeah, hitting those turtles in complete darkness is quite a challenge.
And it was the map to add insult to injury. And zer0rush making quick work of Helmasaur. I say that. There we go.
For a burrito.
Yep. But more importantly, that crystal. And wouldn't you know it, all he has left is Eastern Palace.
As Veetorp starts to feel more and more bad as the checks aren't panning out.
Yep. Simultaneous mirroring there. Fortunately for one of them, it's not to the final go mode dungeon.
Veetorp had a thought after he mirrored and mirrored back.
Yeah.
Oh, has he
That's
not
right, Veetorp hasn't checked
Catfish?
Catfish yet, yeah. So, he'll be doing that. Though, if I recall correctly, Catfish only had a big 20 or something to that effect for him.
It cannot be a good feeling at an hour 43 hoping that Catfish has your progression, and then seeing that it does not.
As long as he doesn't go into Ice Palace. Yep, big 20. And he is mirroring. The 3. But
this
is he doing it? He might be doing it. And now you see the Armos Knights.
Much easier this time with silvers and a bow than using your sword.
Yep, now you don't. Yep, Veetorp is doing it.
So soon Veetorp will be in go mode, but a couple crystals behind.
Yep. zer0rush is going to be heading up Ganon's tower for the final time. He will not have to do the basement, because he's already done it. But alright, and there we go. Veetorp is in go mode. And he celebrates rather appropriately. Alright, and zer0rush is starting to make his way up the gauntlet. Or at the top of Ganon's tower, excuse me. The gauntlet is the next floor. At this point, though, it's all execution. And we already know how good zer0rush is at that execution. Veetorp heading straight to the back of Pod. And now zer0rush is entering the area that we affectionately call the Gauntlet. Alright. And zer0rush is making short work of that gauntlet. With the amount of equipment that he has, this is a cakewalk. Next comes the most satisfying room in Ganon's tower. First time I found out that you could do that, I was so mad.
So an important thing about putting yourself on mute is remembering that you're on mute. Otherwise,
Yeah.
just talk to yourself for a while.
Yeah, that is a problem.
So, welcome again. I'm back.
Welcome back. Good to have you back. Saw a very nice land mode 2 from zer0rush, and now he's heading up. Thankfully does not accidentally remove all of the sprites from
Ganon's tower.
Ganon's tower. That would have been very sad and somewhat awkward.
Curious to see if he hovers.
Moldorm 2. Yeah, it depends on how he's feeling in this race.
I doubt either runner feels good right now with that location.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes, and he
Does it.
gets it. Alright. We are an Agathon 2 away from the big pig himself.
And now our daily math lesson.
Yep.
Figure out angles. There's one.
Blue ball. Another one. Oh, this one looks nice.
Oh, did that only count as one or two though? I think it looked like one.
Yeah. Same with that one. So that one was at least a double.
There we go.
There we go. Some interesting little Aghanim angles. But how does the duck get into the Dark World?
Blue goo using the bottle glitch.
Oh, yeah, true. It's not as funny when there's an actual explanation. Did you... Ganon giving us some all-important cheese facts.
Good for trivia.
Always. And because he has the Tempered Sword, he will be making quick work of Ganon in these first 3 phases. And because he has the Silver Arrows, he'll be also making quick work of Ganon in the 4th phase. Speaking of quick work, Veetorp's about to enter the Armos Knights.
And Ganon's already in stage 3. And
there he
Ganon
goes.
Does not want to get hit.
Nope. Alright, Veetorp has collected his final crystals, so he will now be going to the tower as well.
Oh,
no! Taking a fall to Ganon.
How many falls will it take until Veetorp catches up? There's one.
There's one. Unfortunately for Veetorp, 1 is not enough.
Not even stopping to get the fairy from the tree, just going straight back up.
Yeah, I think whether or not he gets the fairy will tell you just how behind or ahead he feels. But, of course, as we mentioned before, still doesn't change the fact that Ganon is no problem.
Back to stage 3 already.
Yep.
Ganon's teleporting a lot less this time.
Yeah. I think I mentioned back at Aghanim 1 about the standardization, I guess, of the some of the RNG elements. The number of times Ganon teleports, I believe, is another one of those things. But since we're on the 2nd iteration of Ganon, all bets are off.
He came close to falling a 2nd time there.
Yeah.
But
and there he goes. With the
finishing with the SRL time of 153 and 1 second.
All right.
He had a
GG's
slight typo when he did a dot done. He did dot done 1, and then he did dot 1. So lost a second or 2 there to the dot done.
And Veetorp is entering the gauntlet now. And yeah.
Let's see if we can get zer0rush in here for a post-race interview. But with that, zer0rush takes the 2nd win in the best of 3 and moves on.
Yep, that brings this match to a close. We will not be needing a 3rd game, unfortunately. But it was a very good 2nd game. As Veetorp finishes up his run as well.
Ah, the beep.
And we are joined now by zer0rush. GG.
GG's. How's it going?
It's been going pretty well. Congratulations on your win and also winning the entire match.
Thank you. It's good to win the first one. I wasn't super confident coming into this week, but I've been getting better at the glitches portion at least. The rest of it is a work in progress.
Right. So, in terms of performing these glitches, how do you, I guess, what's the best thing you did to get yourself ready in terms of, mastering these glitches, since they are, of course, so important?
Well, I think the important thing is just to do them.
Right, of course.
Like in a practice or during an actual run, to make sure you're comfortable enough that you can do them like on the spot. Most of the clips are pretty straightforward. Like a lot of them are the same setup, like wall clips, teleports. Those are all the same, more or less. You might just have slight variations in which bump or which pixel you need to use. So it's mostly just getting used to that and remembering, what the setup is for all those. And then outside of that, I don't know, just need to make sure you know the logic in this mode well enough. So that way, because things like Moon Pearl can be in really odd locations and.
Right.
So what did you think of the seed?
Well, it was apparently a really free seed. Had I not wasted wasted so much time. I found out where Lantern was, and that feels really bad.
Yeah.
And the bow location, I feel especially bad about, because it's easier to say this in hindsight, but I could have gone over there way, way, way sooner, because I could have comboed it with Pegs, and Pegs has been in Logic since 5 minutes into the game.
Right.
So if there's one thing I take away from the seed, it's that I shouldn't have held that off so long.
That's the thing with the overworld glitches. There's just so many places that you can check at any given point in time. It's hard to really see where the logic's trying to tell you to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I went to Ganon's tower and I found the mitts. And so I was like, okay, well, the mitts are hookshot or fire rod locked, because the big key or the big shit, you need those to get to the big chest. And I think the big key was early enough that it didn't matter, something like that. So I was like, okay, well, until I find one of those, until I find the lamp or the fire rod, I'm just not going to bother with mitts. And then I got the mirror flippers, and so I was like, okay, well, I can do swamp now, so I might as well just go get the hookshot first. And then I found fire rod, and I was like, okay, so the fire rod is lantern locked as well. So I'm just going to stay until I find lantern. I'm just going to stay away from mitt stuff. Like I did Turtle Rock, because I think that one required a front entrance. I can't remember, but I mean that's always open without mitts too.
Right.
And then I just kept running out of places that lamp could possibly be, and it was just getting really confusing. But it turns out it's because I completely forgot an entire location that was right in front of me the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, we're... Sorry, go ahead.
Do you feel, having gone through the spring tournament and doing standard mode for so long, just made you think you're just so used to doing it so early?
Yeah, that's a big thing with open, especially for game modes like this, is remembering an hour and a half into a seed that you didn't do Uncle. Because it's kind of out of the way a lot of the times. And like it's not a very... Doing the Hyrule Castle area isn't a very high density check. Like it takes a while. So what ends up happening is you forget about it, and then you're thinking about so many other things. But you know, it's not the first time or the last time, I'm sure, that I'll forget about Uncle in an open mode seed.
And Veetorp is now finishing up the Ganon fight, so we can see if we can get him to join us as well. And we're now joined by Veetorp. GG.
GG. Good game, Zero. Congratulations on moving on to the next round.
Thank you. This your seeds don't make it easy for me, but we got through it.
So Veetorp, how do you feel about the Eastern Palace area?
I don't like it. I'm pretty angry about it. That was awful. I skipped that for so long, and then to walk in there and find the Swamp Palace care kit behind Sahasrara was really annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got there at like, I don't know, 30 or 40 minutes into the seed. I don't know if it was longer for you, but it was a while.
I think an hour and 10, 20. I don't know.
Jeez.
Yeah, both of you seem to avoid the eastern area for a good while.
Yeah, I mean they gave us a blue potion, the hammer, and the moon pearl in Kakariko-ish, and so do you just not go to Death Mountain and do like 40 checks? I don't know. Interestingly enough, like that part of the seed was just so far out of the way for so long, and to have both of those there is a little ridiculous.
Yeah. The only thing I'm sure of is in some future version, the bow is just not going to be a thing. We're just going to remove it. Maybe we'll create a new mode where you start with it.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, not all the time though. Sometimes you start with a different one.
Sometimes you start with the ice rod.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, and those dead rocks on Death Mountain, that was...
Yeah.
Yes.
terrible.
They wanted to be friends with you.
A little too much. Every time I was up there, dying twice with the uncle, and then just every time I was up there, they were in my way. And I mean, it happens every now and again, but that was like this seed, they were out to get me.
Yeah, I got lost in Uncle Cave, and Old Man Cave, and I don't know where I ended up because I couldn't go down or right. And there was a hole somewhere. That's never happened before, and it was very confusing. Maybe I should go look at a map for that because I was completely lost. Luckily, when you die there, you get to respawn at the cave itself.
Yeah, you just need that really free lamp. I don't remember where it was, but it was like minutes in.
Yeah, it was right next to the uncle.
Oh right, yeah, that's where it was.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen Darkroom Aga 1 before.
No fire rod too. That was my first time.
Wow.
I don't know if you noticed, but when I was going through Eastern, I was like kind of moving erratically and stopping. It's because I was typing into Google while trying to do each room to look up the Hyrule Castle map. So,
oh my gosh. I guess that's first for a lot of us in a whole bunch of different ways.
Yeah, it's just after Sir Hashula's hut. I mean, you can't put off Season's Breaking Hookshot too much longer. It's just a bad play at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, so what was so that was, I guess, your breaking point for doing Aga 1 then? Yeah,
because it's not like I needed the hook. The only thing I needed the hookshot for was the back of Swamp Palace, and I couldn't get into Swamp Palace, so it seemed pointless to bother with it at that point.
Yeah.
I was hoping... I'm sorry, Veetorp, but I saw the hookshot, and I immediately checked the map and saw 3 crystals, and I got a little excited.
Somebody a little hover around here? Is that Is that what we're saying?
I mean, holes are optional.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a Zelda game that doesn't have a way to completely bypass the hookshot type item. It's kind of weird.
I have to imagine somebody's found like a door juke that gets you past it in Swamp, but that would be an Underworld major glitch.
Yeah, you still need it for Argus too, so.
Oh
it's
yeah,
a
that
real
guy. Dupe the crystal somehow? Oh, there's gotta be something.
I'm sure someone will find a way.
Find a way to defeat Argus without the hookshot and do Swamp Palace without the flippers.
Yeah, if you find a way to beat Aghanim without reflecting balls, or a way to get 0 blue balls reliably, I think you'll break this game entirely.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna get the 0 blue ball thing. That would be, I think that's just luck of the draw.
At this point, yeah.
I tried to do the new Mimic 1 clip, but I messed it up. I was practicing it like all day. It's so good where you clip the Mimic through the block and it goes off the screen in the first
Oh,
one.
in GT?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I've seen that clip. That looks really cool.
Yeah, but I messed it up and then I just had to lag scroll the Mimics all the way around the room. It was real bad.
You could have gone into an infinite screen scroll, made this a little more fun.
I was highly considering mirroring and trying again. This is the one thing I wanted to do, but I was like, I can't justify that at this point.
So speaking of infinite screen scrolls, I believe Zero, you did end up having to hard reset at one point. I believe that was you.
I did not. I think Veetorp did, though.
Veetorp?
I totally did. I was.
Oh, you did. Yeah, one of you did.
Yeah, I was gonna take a quick from the. I think I was heading to Catfish from Turtle Rock.
Yes.
And I clipped the wrong way, and then I was like, I could save and quit right now, but I think if I just press up here, it'll do what I want. And it did not do what I wanted at all.
Yeah. If you go off the wrong side there, you hit the Zora transition, and that doesn't work right from the Dark World, apparently.
It was very bad and very angry with me. And so I had to just hard reset. I lost killing Moldorm and all of East Death Mountain. So I had to go back and get all that again. Which wasn't the worst.
Yeah, does the fact that some of these glitches can, hard reset, alter, when you guys try and, save and quit? Do you, try and, when you think you're going to be performing one of those, do you try and, find a good spot to save so that you don't cut off so much of your progress, or...?
I think after I screen wrap once, I tend to save and quit more. But until then, you kind of hope that it doesn't happen.
The good thing is most of the screen wraps you'll see happen in Death Mountain, which you're usually save and quitting too. But yeah, Ice Palace is a big one. Always save before Ice Palace. That one's really easy to mess up. You don't want to do the Mire to Swamp to Ice Palace trifecta and then screen lock yourself.
Oh no. That just sounds bad.
That's a good way to end your all dungeons run as well.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
All right. Well, do either of you runners have any closing thoughts about the seed before we sign off?
About this seed in particular, yeah, I'm really gonna remove that bow at some point. It's gotta go. But no, really, thank you guys for commentating and our tracker. It's OSS Geek. And Zero for being an amazing person to challenge in the first round. You're going to go on to do great things. So you have to win the whole tournament now to make me feel okay about losing in round one.
I mean, well, I'll work on my routing decisions and hopefully that'll be enough.
See, there you go.
But I think I've got the glitches down. It's I don't know some of the more ridiculously obscure stuff, but the chances of someone completely hosing me with their dumb gloveless frog crap is pretty low, I think.
But thanks everyone, and I look forward to in the future having maybe another Overworld Glitches tournament in the future where we get more people involved because everyone's seeing these and how much fun it is to be able to full clear the game because you can in like Sphere 1.
Yeah, this is definitely a very different kind of run than we're probably used to seeing in a standard randomizer. So it's definitely been a treat to both watch and commentate for.
Yeah, I love the amount of divergence that's possible in these type of randomizers.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and sign off for the night. Do you have any other closing thoughts, Planeswalker?
No, just thanks again to our tracker OSS Geek for pressing the buttons and keeping us in the right place. And thanks to Veetorp and zer0rush for putting on an amazing show for everyone here. And I guess thanks again to my co-commentator No Name for joining me and for an excellent commentary.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Oh, I think that's it for tonight. So thank you, everyone, and look forward to seeing future races in this tournament.